There are a lot of content creators when it comes to politics on the right, on the left. Some of you watch this channel, some of us watch others, whether it's for their particular takes, the content, the substance of the arguments. Sometimes it's the personality. But I have to say, recently I've discovered my absolute favorite content creator when it comes to politics, and that is Dobrofsky. Now, many of you probably don't know Dobrofsky, but if you're on Twitter and TikTok consuming political content, you probably have come across one or two of his videos. But Dash really came upon the political scene almost 4 months ago, and this is when I became aware of him with this first video. So you can see the tweet where he posts this video, May 8th, 2022. It's got well over 500,000 views, and he's talking about the Supreme Court of the United States. Let's take a look.
I have a question for the Department of Justice. When Amy Coney Barrett said she'd uphold Roe v. Wade in her confirmation hearing, she lied. Lying under oath is perjury, and perjury is a federal crime. Why didn't you take any legal action against her? When Neil Gorsuch said he'd uphold Roe v. Wade in his confirmation hearing, he lied. Lying under oath is perjury, and perjury is a federal crime. Why didn't you take any legal action against him? When Brett Kavanaugh said he'd uphold Roe v. Wade in his confirmation hearing, he lied. Lying under oath is perjury, and perjury is a federal crime. Why didn't you take any legal action against him? Merrick Garland, your decision not to prosecute is going to cost women in America their reproductive rights. How dare you call yourself the Department of Justice? Do your job. Prosecute the Republican justices.
Now, when this video was originally put out, it started going viral, especially on conservative Twitter. People were sharing his video all over the place. And I think it was a combination of things. It was not just what he was saying, but also the person who was saying it. He was such a bizarre looking character. He was very strange looking while he was delivering this very strange message. People couldn't tell if he was 20 years old or if he was 60 years old. People looked at his eyes. He looked like he had a lobotomy going on or something. It was just, his eyes were dead. His eyebrows weren't moving. It was very strange getting up close to the camera. I hadn't seen a human being like this before. In fact, I think in my original tweet replying about this, I talked about how he looked like a CGI character in a video game from like the medieval times or something. Very strange looking guy. But as you can see, Dash is a newcomer in the political space. He joined Twitter in April of 2022, and he's already amassed over 100,000 followers. But not just on Twitter, he's also killing it on TikTok. As you can see, he's already amassed over 132,000 followers on TikTok. And if you think the content of that video was just a one-off, all of his videos are like this. For example, here's one posted August 12th about Trump on his TikTok.
Oh boy, Donald Trump is officially under investigation for violating the Espionage Act. This is Statute 18, U.S. Code 739, and this means that Donald Trump may have lost or transmitted classified defense information. This means Donald Trump is the first president in American history to be under federal investigation for violating the most heinous crime in the U.S. legal system. Donnie, buckle up, buddy.
So you can see the style in this video changed while the substance remained relatively similar. Obviously, the substance of what he's saying is very much hashtag resist lib, someone who has a Ukraine flag in their bio, middle-aged woman who goes to women's marches and supports Elizabeth Warren, but it's not necessarily far-left Antifa socialist type views or sentiments. But the style changed. He's a lot more energetic now. He does this oh boy thing in the beginning of his videos to capture people's attention, and he's a lot more animated in his delivery. So it's interesting to see how that changed. And yes, I'm sure you probably noticed, Dash does indeed have a Ukraine flag in his bio. His tweets are also quite hilarious. As you can see here, August 12th, he posted, "Wow, Trump was groomed by the KGB for 40 plus years. He wanted to pull out of NATO and he blamed America for Putin's war on Ukraine. And now Trump was storing classified nuclear documents at Mar-a-Lago. I'm hearing about the Saudis, but this may be tied to Russia as well. See below." And he cites Craig Unger and this conspiracy theory that Trump was a groomed KGB agent and things like that. Just completely insane stuff that's not really based in reality. But these are the things he's putting out. And again, it's getting a lot of attention. If we scroll down, we can see his pinned post here at over 6,000 likes. The next post down, posted 4 hours ago, over 4,800 likes. Keep scrolling down. We got a 900 like one right here. We got 6 hours ago, over 2,000 likes. 9 hours ago, over 10,000 likes. And you can keep scrolling down. You see lots of engagement. I mean, we've got one here. August 23rd, over 31,000, almost 32,000 likes right here. Let's see what this one says. Jake MAGA Tapper just shared an article claiming Dr. Oz can, quote, outwork and defeat Fetterman. Jake also said Trump has a, quote, good shot at prevailing in court. Jake Tapper has lost all credibility, all objectivity, and all journalistic integrity. CNN is an untrustworthy source of news. So this is an interesting tweet. He comes to a similar conclusion as most of us, saying CNN is an untrustworthy source of news, but it's from the point that they are pro-Trump, that they're too pro-Republican. He calls Jake Tapper, someone who's very anti-Trump, Jake MAGA Tapper, which is absolutely incredible. And if we keep scrolling down, we'll come to one that I really enjoyed. CNN just put out a hit piece attacking Biden for Afghanistan. Trump and Pompeo set the Afghanistan withdrawal in motion, but CNN's new boss commands them to blame Biden instead. Biden took out Al-Qaeda's leader, but I guess that doesn't fit into CNN's MAGA agenda. Disgraceful. The guy is honestly trying to convince his viewers, his readers, his fans that CNN has a MAGA agenda, that they are pro-Trump, pro-MAGA. It's absolutely incredible. Now, you might be asking yourself, and I think any rational person would, is this guy trolling? Is this all an act? Is this fake? It's just for clout. It's for views. Maybe it's like a Titania McGrath sort of thing where they try to pretend to be the most radical, crazy, leftist, resist lib for the lulz, to be funny. I don't think that's the case. And I think that's where you have to get into the background of this young man. Because despite looking like a divorced 50-year-old tax attorney, Dobrofsky is quite a young man. He's about 25 years old. Now you have to ask yourself, this guy just created his account April 2022. He's making a big splash. He's making a big splash on TikTok. If we go to his YouTube, honestly, he's not doing as well. I mean, we look here, he's got a little over 1,000 subscribers. You look at the videos here, they're not getting quite the number of views. I mean, we go to videos. 4 hours ago, 48 views, 90 views, 1,000 views, 6,000 views. This one did particularly good, but 2 days ago, 278 views. So not getting a ton of views on YouTube, not doing so well there, despite posting an ungodly amount of videos. My goodness, it doesn't seem to end. But again, who is this guy? Where did he come from? How did he just come out of nowhere and make this big splash? Because if you look at his bio, it doesn't really say much. It says activist, host of this Uncovering the Truth podcast. And if you looked at it before, it actually had some other information talking about how he was a graduate of UCLA. He labeled himself a Democratic strategist, which unfortunately I can't access right now, the old versions, because the Wayback Machine is down currently. But trust me, it was there. But again, not a lot of information. And when we click the link tree in his bio, we can see that it actually has some of that information up there. UCLA, poli-sci, 2023, Gen Z activist, host of Uncovering the Truth podcast. So again, if it's political science 2023, maybe he hasn't graduated yet. I'm going to guess he's still at UCLA. So is this his first rodeo? Is this his first time on social media? Does he have experience, or is this he just had a lucky burst into fame? Well, my friends, this is where I started doing my research, and what I found is gonna blow your mind. Now, I have more background on this character Dash, and we're gonna get into it because it's gonna get interesting and juicy. But before that, I wanna give a special thanks to today's video sponsor, Moomoo. So here's the deal. Stock trading platforms across the country, including Moomoo, are willing to pay high customer acquisition costs to get customers like you to join their platform. That means it doesn't cost you anything. You deposit a certain amount, you get free stocks. It's a win-win for everybody. Helps me, helps you, helps them. So if it seems too good to be true that you can get up to 13 free stocks with this ongoing promotion that Moomoo is holding until the end of the month, so act fast before it's over, it's not too good to be true. In fact, opening up an account and depositing $100 will get you 10 free stocks, worth a minimum of $53. That's 5 Chipotle burritos, folks. And not only that, but Moomoo has probably some of the best analytics I've seen on a stock trading platform, including free level 2 trading. And trading on the platform is super easy. I've shown it before. As you can see here, I'm buying 10 stocks of DM, and in no time at all, I just confirm the order and boom, I have the order fulfilled and there it is. So what are you doing? Don't be a dummy, make some money. Use my special referral link in the description box down below and in the pinned comment, and get yourself some free stocks by joining Moomoo today. The reason I know he's 25 years old is because you can look him up on the internet and see that he was a TV actor. Born in 1996, he is 25 years old, born in California, birth sign Capricorn. He even has an IMDb profile, which no longer has a profile picture in there. It seems like he's erased a lot of this past stuff here, but we'll get more into that in a bit. But look at this repertoire. As recently as 2019, he was in a movie called Spiral, directed by his brother, Spider Dobrofsky. He was on big shows like Modern Family, as you can see here, in 2012. The show Bones in 2015. Quick cut here, while I was editing the video, I actually realized there was another clip that I found of Dash, and this was his first appearance on Jay Leno in 2006 when he was 9 years old. This kid was becoming famous, went on one of the biggest shows on television, Jay Leno, before YouTube was even really a thing.
Have a seat. Thanks for coming. Now, how long you guys known each other?
Like 8 years.
8 years. How old are you?
9.
9. Wow. So that first year, you're a little leery. You didn't want to jump into anything. And how old are you guys?
Look at little Dash over there. And this was something they did, him and his brothers, filming cars in Hollywood. They called themselves the Car Parazzi Kids. And they made it onto Jay Leno with Jack Black. But then you come down here, this show Summer Break, and he's in a lot of episodes as Dash Dobro. So I thought this was interesting. Hopefully it could give me a little bit more insight. So I decided to watch. I took a lot of time actually to watch almost all of season 3 of this show. So Summer Break was this show where they got a bunch of these young people, followed them around during summer break. You could see on the bottom right there, it's sponsored by AT&T. And look at that, that's Dash. We've got Dash here, he's a bro. And he's just hanging around with his bros playing ping pong. Look at that. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details about the show because this video is not about the show. It's about Dash. We're trying to honor Dash here, my favorite political commentator. But I think this is going to blow your mind. So this first clip we're going to go to, it's a bunch of girls in the car, and they're talking about one of the girls in the car and who she's dating and what the situation is with this guy. Let's see who they're talking about.
Wait, what's up with you and Dash?
Okay, yeah, that has never been explained.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Have you guys like talked about it at all?
Not recently, no.
Wait, when was the last time you guys hooked up though?
Like months. Yeah, we haven't hooked up in a long time.
There's sexual tension there. Yeah. It's so there.
I hope you caught that. Dash was the man. Dash was hooking up with hotties. And again, these are people, you know, they're of legal age, 18 and above. Okay, so relax. But watching this show, Dash was the man. He was the guy who girls were going after, and he had to be like, nah, bruh, like, I'm not trying to get into any relationships, you know? It's pretty amazing. In fact, in episode 6 of the show, she describes going out with Dash to the other girls as her having a hot date tonight.
Wait, guys, I have exciting news.
Tell me.
I have a hot date tonight.
What?
Wait, with Dash? Where? It's a surprise. I have no idea.
It's like a surprise. She doesn't know where we're going.
You're not gonna have me and Ava there to join you guys this time.
Dude, I know, it's a little more intimate.
What are you wearing?
I don't know, like, what do I wear?
Absolutely amazing. That girl and that guy. And granted, Dash used to be a lot better looking when he was younger. I mean, how the mighty have fallen. And I know we're getting deep into this show, but episode 13, Dash breaks it off with the girl.
I just don't think the casual thing works with us. So it's either we go one way or the other.
Okay.
Like, let's make it clear what we are before we leave.
Okay, then like I think if we're just gonna shut it down, let's shut it down. Like on trips, like we're not, you can do whatever you want.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If we're calling it off, let's call it off right now.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I don't want you to be sad like at the end of the summer.
Like same with you, like I don't want to like.
Well, I wouldn't be.
Okay. I mean, all right, we're good. Did you like some of this?
No, thank you.
She is pissed. And Dash was just trying to get out of that situation. If you watch the show, I mean, he's trying to be a bit of a playa, but you know, he ended that situation and she was furious. Now, this was some years ago. This was 2015, of course, and time has taken its toll. And I just want to remind you, this girl got broken up with by this guy. Those two were together. Dash, the Dash we see today, was getting with mega hotties back in the day. So I don't know whether to think Dash is a legend. I don't know whether to think this is the biggest fall of all time. I don't know if these girls look back and say, oh my God, I can't believe I dated that guy. I'm so confused. What has happened? Also, do you notice the accent change? I mean, the guy used to talk like he was a surfer bro beach bum, being like, nah, dude, like just chilling over there at the beach, yo. And now he doesn't sound like that at all. Like this was all just an act. I guess he was just acting like his IMDb profile. This is all just an act. Is this his latest act? Is this his latest and greatest act to be a resist lib lunatic? I honestly don't know. I can't tell you. I'd venture to guess there's elements of truth to it, but you can't really 100% say. What happened? What went wrong? How did he go from this decently handsome kid to this absolute wreck of who he is today? After doing a lot of research and digging, I think it's when he went to college. I think it's when he went to UCLA. I found this video from the Daily Bruin posted in January of 2016, which if you don't know, the Daily Bruin is the UCLA newspaper. And it says, social media famous dash Dobro. Social media students share stories dash Dobrofsky. Let's take a look at it.
Introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Yeah. All right, what's up? I'm Dash Dobrofsky. I'm from Santa Monica. I'm 18 years old. My parents are luckily in the film industry. They're both screenwriters, so they got me an interview with this brand new agency, and then luckily they signed me. And then ever since then, like 6th grade, I've been trying out for stuff. Like I've been on Modern Family. They were holding auditions for a reality show called Summer Break right near my high school. I looked into it and I was like, oh, this seems cool. It's about like 8 Los Angeles kids and you just follow them through their whole summer. So I went in for an audition, I got a call back, then I got a second call back, and then they called me like a week later to say, like, you want to be a cast member this year? And I was like, hell yeah, like, I'm fired up, like, let's do this. I didn't know it was a social media show until like I checked my Instagram and it was just shooting up. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel with my brother, who's a filmmaker. Spider is his name. We've always just wanted to work together. He's a screenwriter also, so like we thought the best way to like further our careers and maybe get some more exposure is create a YouTube channel.
So look at this. We can already see here he had a YouTube channel with over 60,000 subscribers, a video with over 1.3 million views, his YouTube channel, Dash Dobro. If you remember earlier, they showed an Instagram page right here, Dash Dobro, with over 118,000 followers. All of these are gone, by the way. They're completely wiped. You can't even find archived versions of them. But you saw him talking about establishing a career with his brother Spider, who is also in film.
My managers were like, yeah, if you want to make it, you have to make a brand for yourself. Like, so people, when they hear your name, they're like, oh, he's going to give us these type of videos.
So you see him talking about creating a brand for himself, a career, saying when people see you, they say, oh, he makes these types of videos. That seems like what he's doing right now. When people see Dash Dobrofsky, when they see his face, like you see in all of these thumbnails for his videos with the O face and the up close, super intense look, everyone knows, oh, this is Dash Dobrofsky. He makes these types of crazy political videos. This is his brand. This is who he is. So it's very interesting. You have to wonder, I mean, he's doing this interview with the Daily Bruin. Is he still in character here? Is that why he's putting on the accent? Because if you watch the videos he's putting out now, he doesn't have that accent. Is that something he changed? Is he acting in these videos? It's really hard to tell. But I think if you go back, he talked about his brother being in film. You saw him talk about in the interview how his family, his mom and dad are screenwriters in Hollywood. So if you look into that, it gets a little interesting too, because these are not people who just, you know, they just put everything out that they can relate to or that they believe. There's a bit of a subterfuge involved there as well. So if we look at this article from the Hollywood Reporter titled, "This Jewish couple has written 30 Christmas movies and they're not alone." And we scroll down and we see the Dobrofskys. Here's his dad and mom, I guess. And here's what it says. The Dobrofskys hadn't set out to become Christmas movie specialists. They actually got their start writing about serial killers. Interesting transition. But like so many working screenwriters, the couple gravitated to what was selling and found they had a knack for screwball dialogue and clever spins on Christmas movie conventions. Never mind that they don't celebrate Christmas themselves. Interesting. Here's a quote from them. "We're liberal Jews writing Christmas movies," says Tippy, acknowledging the irony that their bread and butter is calibrated to appeal to decidedly Goyish red state values. Here's another quote. "They probably think we burn pictures of Donald Trump in our backyard, but it's a lot of Jews writing this stuff." So it doesn't seem to be a secret that he comes from a more liberal family. I mean, this is, you know, Hollywood screenwriters here, right? And they talk about how, oh, you know, we're writing things for people with red state values, even though we don't believe this ourselves. They probably think we're burning pictures of Donald Trump in our backyard. Welcome to Hollywood, folks. So if he's raised in a household like this, where they're appealing to values that they don't even really believe, but they are liberal, so those are values that they believe, but they're appealing to values they don't believe. And Dash is an actor, and he grew up in Hollywood, and he has this accent, and then the accent changes when he's older, and he's acting way different than he did. I mean, people grow and all that stuff, and I do think it was the college. I think it's going to UCLA probably made a big difference here. But at the same time, this has to be performative. There has to be an element of, it's not genuine. You saw how he went from the first, you know, looking like a lobotomized Frankenstein to super high energy lunatic. It's just so bizarre. I just, something's not right here. I just want to highlight another video that made me laugh super hard. And it's this one where he talks about Matt Gaetz disrespects women.
Here's a video of Matt Gaetz being very disrespectful to women.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
And not a single Republican condemned these statements because every Republican is a misogynist. Vote for the Democrats.
Being very disrespectful to women. Every Republican is a misogynist. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Now, you want to know something that's not respectful to women? It's when you're being interviewed by a woman and you keep staring at her tits. You keep seeing it. Look, he's not even hiding it. He's on camera. And look at this one too. I like how he's being really sly about this one. Watch, watch, watch. Boom, there it is. Not very respectful to women. Now, personally, I can't fault the guy. I know he's young. I know it's involuntary. It's fine, relax. But at the same time, he's saying all Republicans are misogynists, and he's like, he was being very disrespectful to women. So if he's going to be bad faith about that, I don't see why someone can't be bad faith about, I don't know, what I would probably consider involuntary staring, you know, as a young man at a woman's tatas. But, you know, I mean, he was a little out of control with the staring. I mean, my goodness, you're on camera, man. Try a little harder. Wow. Now, I really hope we see more of Dash Dobrofsky in the future. He is one of the most entertaining people I have seen in politics to date. I love seeing his posts on my timeline. I used to love seeing it on TikTok, but recently I've been banned on TikTok. They haven't really told me why. It's very sad. So, you know, support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the various social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. because, you know, they removed me on TikTok, and, you know, support the channel, support someone who's been permanently banned. I don't even know why. They won't tell me why. I had a follow-up email and they're like, no, we reviewed and you should be permanently banned. I'm like, but why? Why have I been banned? Why won't you tell me? They won't tell me. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope we see more of him in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Social media links are in the description box below, as well as merch. Support us at nuancebro.com/join. Support today's video sponsor, of course. And I'll see you next time, bro.